As I was waiting for my RitFit rack to show up to review, I kept getting boxes from RitFit that weren't the rack. One of them was this bench that I'm sitting on, but 3 more were a set of bumper plates. I don't know what kind of bumper plates they are. I didn't even realize that they were going to send them to me. I think on the outside I got a couple of 45s, a couple of 35s, some 15s and some 10s, and I think there's a couple 25s in here too. But I figured since I'm going to open them anyway, I might as well do it here on camera and you and I will look at them together for the first time. Welcome to the GymCrafter YouTube channel. My name's Tim. I'm the head gym nerd here at GymCrafter.com, the website that I built to help ordinary folks build home gyms that they absolutely love. And today we're going to do a quick unboxing and first impressions video of the RitFit bumper plates. I don't know if they're black bumper plates, if they're colored bumper plates, I really don't know, but we're going to find out. And if you like this type of a video, make sure and hit like, obviously, and then subscribe, because what I'll do is I'll train with these and I'll have my clients train with these on the RitFit rack, and I'll let you know how they work out over the next 4 to 6 months. We'll put some updates on our Instagram page, so make sure you're following over there. But make sure and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, and it really makes sure that you don't miss any of these upcoming videos. So with all that said, let's take a look at these plates. I think on top, I've got the 35 pounders. I did cut this off, but what you'll see is the first thing that I noticed, and this is why I wanted to start shooting the video right away, is inside there's boxes within the boxes. So that's pretty cool. Packaging is really good. I mentioned on another video that RitFit isn't known for their packaging. This is probably the best packaged RitFit product that I've received so far. So let's get this open and take a look at these 35s. Oh, it does say color, so it does say color bumper plates on here. All right, let's take a look.
Warp 4.5, Warp 5, Warp 5.
All right, so 35-pound plate, yellow, and a nice raised white lettering, very crisp and very clean. Little bit of a rubber odor, so not as clean smelling as some of the other plates, but not an overwhelming rubber odor. It's not on my hands. I'm not really smelling it up here, but there is a little bit of rubber odor. The collar or the insert looks like it's recessed, which is nice. That's what you want. You don't want to, if you bang your plates into each other, you don't want that popping out. I don't know if this is a hooked insert. I'll include that in the review when I do it. You have a nice beveled edge here, so you always want a beveled edge on your bumpers. I know there's still some companies out there making flat edge bumpers. Really hard to pick these things up off the ground if they're not beveled. It's a nice yellow color. The insert looks really quality as well, so it's a little bit slick. So I know some bumpers are nice and grippy. These feel a little bit slick. Now I don't know if there's a coating. I'll clean these off later and see if that maybe gets a little more grippy over time. And sometimes rubber gets a little grippier as you go. Yeah, there's a little bit of odor here. A little bit, not a big deal, but a little bit of odor. So color is nice and bright though. It's bright like the sun, and that's appropriate because it's about 97 degrees in my garage right now. So it's not helping that I'm lifting a bunch of these weights, but let's look at the rest of these plates and see what they look like. So that's the 35s, nice looking. I do like it. I do like the looks of them, and yeah, let's look at the rest of them. As I was moving those 35s out of the way, I did notice that there's, I don't know if it's oil or there's a little bit of residue of something. So that might be why they feel a little bit slippery, but they definitely, as I was carrying them, there's not a ton of grip to them. So I think on one of these sets, I'll pause the video and I'll clean it and see if that's like a protective coating or if it's just that they're a little bit slick to start off with. But let's take a look at these 45s. All right, so that is a bright blue. Papa Smurf would be proud, right?
It was Smurftastic, Papa Smurf.
So this is a real nice color blue. I like that they're sticking with the traditional weight colors, which there's no reason that you wouldn't want to do that. One thing I'm noticing as I'm opening these up is the edges and the bevels are really clean. Some of the plates that I've worked with recently, the bevels are a little bit knocked off and not the cleanest in the world. This is actually a pretty crisp and cleanly designed plate. I did look up as I was moving those plates, a 320-pound set of these runs $7.99, so $800. These aren't the highest price color bumpers you can get. They're not the lowest price color bumpers you can get. They're kind of a mid-priced. And if you like matching the branding and you're getting a RitFit rack, then, and oh, by the way, I do like this rack so far. I've only trained on it once, but pretty nice rack for the price especially. If you like to match brands, these wouldn't be a bad choice for that. But so far so good. I'm liking the colors, I'm liking the finish, And let me get these out of the way as well. So before I take out these 10s, 15s, and 25s, a couple of notes. On the 45s, I dropped them a couple times on the way over there on purpose, and they are a fairly low bounce plate. They feel pretty dense and nice and hard.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
So if you're looking for plates that you can lift overhead and drop to the ground and not have a high bounce, a lot of times more budget level bumper plates, and again, at $800 for a 320-pound set, I wouldn't classify these as budget bumpers. They're kind of, like I said, mid-tier. Pretty good durometer. I don't know what the actual durometer rating is, but hardness seems good. The bounce seems pretty good. So if you're looking for something like that, not a bad choice. The 10-pounders, we're going to take this typical gray for 10, again sticking with the traditional colors. I'm going to compare the diameter of this to the other ones. What we really want to see on bumper plates is we want to see a thinner diameter just by a hair on the 10s, so that as they're on the bar with other plates and you drop them, the 10s don't actually take the brunt of the impact. But let's set this aside and see if they're smaller than the other ones or not. All right, so the 15s are black. So if I know they do sell black plates, so if you're looking for the black ones, I don't know how much of a price difference there is. Typically black is a little bit less expensive. It's a nice shiny black. I can definitely see on the black that what I'm feeling as far as a little bit of slipperiness, that is a coating on there. So I'm gonna say that that's gonna rub off. And I'm wondering if the smell that I'm getting is that coating and not the plate. We're gonna find out here in a minute once I unwrap these last ones. And then let's check these compared to the 10-pounders. My very scientific way of doing this, they are the same diameter. So if you're looking for a set that has a slightly smaller diameter 10-pound plate, this isn't going to do it for you. All right, let's take a look at these green 25s. Nice bright green. One thing I want to take a close look at, a lot of times when you have this raised lettering that's colored like this, it's uneven and then inconsistent around the edges. This is nice and clean, very clean edges, very consistent on the paint thickness. So looks really, really good. And yeah, overall nice bright green. So really good set of colored bumpers. Let me do two things real quick and we'll come back, and I've got two more pieces. I'm gonna go weigh these and let you know if they're accurate or not. And then I'm also going to take and clean one of them off and see if that helps with the slipperiness and also with a little bit of odor that I'm getting. Again, I know I've mentioned the odor a few times. It's nothing that you're gonna notice. Normally if I open a set of crumb rubber bumper plates in here, it smells like a tire store immediately, and that is not the case with this. I checked my air purifier, which checks for VOCs and temperature. I was right, it's actually 98 in here, so let's pardon the sweat on my head, but no additional VOCs in the air from opening these, and between moving them around, it's been 10-15 minutes. Normally I would see a spike if I opened something that has off-gassing to it. If I bring horse stall mats in here, if I bring crumb rubber bumper plates that are of a budget price, I'll see that VOC meter go up. I just got this air purifier and it's been kind of cool to bring stuff in and out and see, but I did notice that there's no spike in VOCs with these, so that's a nice thing as well. Let me go weigh let me go weigh all these, and then let me clean one up and we'll come back and wrap this up. All right, back from the bathroom, I weighed them all out. Everything weighed spot on, exactly the way you would want them to. My bathroom scale only goes to 1/10 of a pound, but I wasn't off. Everything was exactly what you would want it to be. I was able to clean off this 15-pound plate. There was a little bit of a coating on it. Again, the odor's not bad at all. When I went upstairs to my bathroom, normally that's when you notice it and you walk back in. I didn't notice any odor at all when I walked back into the gym. There is still a little bit of odor on the plates, but I think it's that coating. It did come off. They're a little bit grippier now, although I would tell you that it's not that they're slick, they're just real hard. They don't feel like grippy rubber. They almost feel close to urethane almost. If you felt urethane bumpers, that urethane is kind of a harder feel to it. And that's kind of what these feel like. So that's the RitFit color bumper plates. Nice set, colors are really bright, the lettering looks good, they're sharp, they're beveled like you want, good inserts, all that kind of good stuff. So let me know in the comments what you think. You like the colors? Do you like the RitFit plates? Let me know. I always like to pin additional information in a pinned comment to let other people who watch the video down the road learn more and learn from you guys, because you guys all together know way more than I do. But until the next video, I'm Tim with GymCrafter.